The early video game era was a lawless place. Technology was something very few people knew how to operate. It was like a wizard's spell. The first video game ever created was Tennis for Two. Now, if you look at this gameplay for long enough, you'll start to notice something. It's that I'm asleep. These games were the most boring things on the planet, but they were a marvel for the technology at the time. Fast forward to the era of Xbox and PlayStation, two monoliths in the gaming industry today. These guys have duked it out for as long as time itself. Xbox with its Halo series, and PlayStation with literally everything else. Then there was Nintendo. Now, Nintendo wasn't like the other kids at school. During the whole Xbox and PlayStation war, Nintendo wanted to be different. They wanted to be held. Literally. 2004, the Nintendo DS makes an arrival. Now, incidentally, I was born in 2003, so I was brought up with the beautiful old Nintendo games and illegal versions of StarCraft Brood War. I used to have this old little R4 card that I'd stick into the Nintendo so I could play a bunch of different games on the DS. Every time I woke up in the morning at 6 AM, it was like Christmas. I could go play whatever I wanted and have as much fun as I possibly could before I had to go to school. But when I wasn't playing the DS, I was playing on the family computer. And what games was I playing? I was playing Flash games. Cool Math Games, Miniclip, Nitro, all of these guys created some of the best and most nostalgic games I've ever played. Intrusion is one such game, and I have the science-based reason to believe that it is the best game that has ever existed and will ever exist. Now, if you're expecting a 100-hour ultramassive RPG with incredibly diverse characters and expansive dialogue trees, then you should go find another game. There is about as much story and lore as the maze in the back of a kid's cereal box. But that doesn't mean the game isn't good. You're here for one purpose, and one purpose only: to demolish anything on your screen that moves. You spawn out of a space shuttle and... that's the beginning of the game. Why are you here? Nobody knows, nor cares. One thing you'll notice about this game immediately is Intrusion's biggest flaw. There's no music. This gives you time to consider the atrocities you've committed. What the game lacks in its music department, it more than makes up for it in its moment-to-moment gameplay. Every time you kill an enemy, you take their gun. And not every gun is the same, which makes every enemy encounter unique. You can choose to gun them down, laser them into nothingness, or you can blast them into the stratosphere. Ironically enough, I think this gun is the most useless because if you hit an enemy with them, they don't just die, their gun also leaves this plane of existence, so you can't even pick it up. Despite this significant gameplay flaw, it is very amusing. The main draw of this game, and a factor that gave Intrusion a cult following in the first place, was the fact that it heavily uses the physics engine. Well, it heavily abuses the physics engine. Every interaction you have with the environment will be some of the most glorious jank ever. How bad could it possibly be? Holy shit! Oh, that's not good. That's not good. It's fine. Stick it in rice. For most games, jank is usually considered to be a negative. Developers will try to get rid of every single glitch and exploit in a game as much as possible. But in Intrusion, this game just glorifies it. Every enemy ragdolls after you to kill them, you move boxes to access hard to get places, the ropes make you feel like you're trying to grab them with one arm in real life. Oh my god! Fuck! And this is perfectly complemented by the level design. Majority of Flash games weren't as expansive as this one. This was most likely due to the restrictions of the engine they created the games from, and the fact that these were passion projects made by developers that just wanted to release their ideas out into the world. But this game decided to be more interesting. Not only can you go horizontally, but you can also travel vertically. This is a quadruple A game. There are 5 levels in total, and each one has a different theme to it, making them stand out from one another. Great for a game that you can beat within an hour. The only level I have an issue with is the 4th, where the difficulty curve ends up scaling to fucking Mount Everest, because you go through the previous 3 levels saving up as much ammo as possible, not knowing how much you need to use, and then all of a sudden, you lose every single bit of it. This is what they call a bad idea. And now you have to fight through hordes of enemies with the limited supply you just received moments before. Oh, but then once you've conquered Mount Everest, then you have to go back down. But it's like skiing down the mountain, which would be extremely difficult if you weren't a professional. But for the sake of the argument, let's just pretend that you're the world's best skier. So once you beat that part, you then steamroll the rest of the level in like a mech. Now, I do want to mention one piece of major advice to you. Once the door opens at the end of the 4th level, enter it. Go down the elevator and you'll be fine. Do not go back and collect all the items all along the floor, as you'll end up soft locking yourself and will have to beat the level again. But that's just a rumor. I don't know if that's true or anything. Don't ask me how I know that. What? 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 No! No! I glitched my game! No! No! Oh, man. God damn it. Intrusion shoves as many ideas as it can into a single game. Fight aircraft carriers that drop foot soldiers, climb a giant tower and then battle a mechanical worm. Terraria, you unoriginal piece of shit, drop down onto a train. Wonder what this track's doing here. Fight whatever the hell this thing is, blast off into space, and then battle Metal Sonic. Keep in mind, all of that is within an hour. Intrusion is clearly a game made from love, and you can tell how much fun the creator had when implementing his ideas. To give you a comparison of how these games should have made an impact on the industry, here's Intrusion next to your average AAA game. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Now here's the second one. Now, if you look closely, notice how the original two have become completely obsolete. Yeah, that's right. Game of the century right here. The story of this game is exactly like the first. You're a guy sent to destroy evil men, and you do not need any reason to justify the atrocities you're about to commit. Everything is completely upgraded from the first game. The music has gone from to holy shit, I can hear myself if I yell. First it starts with a dun 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 dun. And then it hits you with the and then it goes to the It's like this guy just discovered that he could make music and he went with it. Now, if you had to put shooting giant robots that fire lasers out of their head and foot soldiers that walk into your bullets onto a scale, then where do you think you guys would put the flying ninjas with rocket launchers? I'm convinced that is a brand new sentence. This game just has so many different ideas and rolls with it time after time. You could constantly ask yourself, wouldn't it be cool if? And this game would just introduce a new thing before you even had time to ponder the question. They're attacking me with wolves? What if I rode them? Huh. Is that plane gonna punch me? What does this gun do? And what if the final boss just wrecked my shit? Intrusion 2 is possibly one of the best sequels to a game I have ever experienced, and it is like $10 on Steam. Get it. There's no reason you can't get it.